So today, you can add a ChatGPT job, you can add a Claude job, you can add a Google Gemini job. You can add different stages where AI is used to do something as part of these workflows. And there's some good uses of that inside of a disaster recovery workflow that make it very illustrative. You could potentially add a workflow or a nested workflow right here at this early stage that says, okay, there's a problem, but we don't want to pass our personal identifiable information or any sort of sensitive information off to any other tools as part of this workflow. So we're going to use an AI model that goes and detects this data, then masks it so that this sensitive data isn't read by other LLMs want to keep the sensitive data out of. So that nested workflow looks something like this. You collect the failed task in this case. So a task or something fails. And the whole intent here was that you didn't want to send that personal identifiable information over to Gemini. So you use this offline AI model to remove it, then pass it to the online model to open the service incident. So another AI sort of piece that you could add or job that you could add to the beginning of this workflow would be to summarize sort of noisy AI logs and metrics. So if there's a problem or you're getting a bunch of alerts, it's sometimes asinine to have to flow through all the log data, all the alerts, just to figure out what's happening. You can use AI to peruse all of that data, read it, and come up with and summarize what actually happened using all that data and make recommendations around how to fix it. In this case, it would summarize that data. It would push it over the summary over to a ServiceNow ticket. So the person who's brought in to fix it at the help desk has that information available to them. So we think that's pretty cool. Another place where AI could be used in this workflow is to triage new incidents and reroute the appropriate queue based on classification. In this case, you could use AI. We're saying ChatGPT in this case. It's reading the ticket. It's telling us how important it is. Is it critical? Is it classified as critical? Is it not such a big deal? And then it pushes and routes the actual ticket off to the right person based on those classifications. So AI can be embedded in to help with routing and classification based on the log data or the unstructured data that's part of the job. Another way we see this being used about infrastructure deployment. Let's say you want to have guardrails in infrastructure deployment. You want to add something. You can do that with AI. You can put the rules in place for them to open up this much space for this kind of use case or whatever. And based on the use case or why people are opening it, the AI can say, hey, this isn't in compliance. This doesn't fit with our security. This doesn't fit our policies, whatever it is. And you can gate when this stuff gets turned on at different levels. So you can use AI to help you determine if what's been submitted via self-service is appropriate. And you might want to do that for cost control. So you could save money that way. And then finally, we have this concept of automate decisions with AI-powered insight. So that you have a decision check, say, hey, there's 3 jobs that need to run here. If only 2 of them run complete enough based on the criteria, let's go ahead and finish this workflow. So you can do stuff like that, but it could be that it's reading log data and making decisions. It could be that it's collecting context and making decisions. So you can really have a workflow step like this anywhere.